knowing how people talk about how difficult law school is and passing the bar, how is that a backup plan for you?
I don't know. I mean, I don't make good decisions. I think my life probably bears that out, right? I have like an undue amount of confidence in my ability to tackle situations that are probably, frankly, beyond my intellectual depth or like character or work ethic. This was one of them, for sure. I mean, I just saw, again, in Squirrel Hill, where I grew up, there were a lot of lawyers. A lot of Jews are lawyers. And this was like, I sold weed a little bit, but I didn't really want to do it anymore. I hadn't even come close to where I got with it eventually. The rap thing was drying up because the physical media was dying. We were kind of in this like age, interstitial, stidal, whatever age between the physical and the digital. You know, like people weren't getting paid off streams yet. And that wasn't upping people's notoriety, but people weren't buying physical media anymore because like you could get everything on YouTube. There's kind of like a 2-3 year dip. I didn't know how to navigate that. So like I'm going out there and I'm not selling the CDs that I need to live because the show money only gets you so far. It's the selling the merch that really like powers you onward in that game. You know what I mean? So I knew I needed to do something else. And I saw other friends, parents, and people we knew. They seemed to they had houses in Squirrel Hill, so they were swinging multi-6-figure lifestyles, putting kids through college, whatever, and they worked for themselves. A lot of them, it was their own firm, so they didn't have a boss. So as torturous as it was, and as hellish as I knew it was going to be, I had no idea how bad it was going to be or how bad I was going to be at it. But I saw that, and I was like, shit. Maybe that should be me. I could do that. I'll be a criminal defense attorney. I was like, streetwise Jew, close to the streets, politically extremely liberal and left wing. Work for yourself, but it's a really small business, just like you and a secretary, maybe one other lawyer. Like work really hard, but like it's like you're on your own shit though. You can like kind of live your life the way you want to, not like in a corporate culture. No one can fire you. I was like, I saw plenty of examples of it. I was like, okay. Give this a shot, right? Like I couldn't keep flipping the same $4,000, $5,000 on tour forever. Like people have told me my whole life I'm extremely smart, like or I don't know. I mean, I think that's like very subjective. I think everyone feels in their life at various points like they're very smart or very stupid. Maybe sometimes often in the same hour. But like, no, I've always been a horrible student, trash student. I was like, it's so funny. It just shows like white privilege, social promotion, and class, like what it can do for somebody. And I even like my family's not like the Rockefellers. Like, I mean, my dad's not paid like any of the people like on TV. He's just like a moderately paid guy that's had a good job. No, that's not true. He's a high paid guy that has had a great job his whole life and works extremely hard, saved well, made good stock decisions. But he's not like some mogul or something with like infinite money. You know what I mean? But even that, with me being a white male from that type of background, I failed out of high school, still got into college. Failed out of college, still got into law school. Failed out of law school. No one helped me pass the bar. I will say that. I did study and got the bar done. And I passed all these things. Like I didn't, it wasn't like whatever, but I was always at the bottom of my class and everything. This has been universal. Anytime I interface with an institution, I always sink to the absolute bottom and have disciplinary problems. It's probably indicative of being like a sociopath or something. You just like can't abide by anyone's rules.
It's really interesting because you made the commercial, thanks Dan. It went viral.
Yeah, sure did.
But it's kind of a testament to like your personality. Like where did it come from to be like so unapologetically just like authentic, regardless of trying to fit in or?
I mean, it's just always kind of how I don't wire as anyone the way they are. I don't know. I always had to show up somewhere new for school. And after a while, you get tired of pretending and you're like, fuck it. This is you. I got to that point when I was 15 years old after doing this shit 2 or 3 times where I probably reached, like other people are probably having this epiphany in their early 40s. Like, I'm me, you could take it or leave it. Like, someone's tearful Facebook post or a realization that, some girl crying, filming herself or whatever. Like, I've been there, sis. I feel it. I came to that conclusion way earlier, I guess. I just never, I stopped giving a fuck. It's not that I never gave a fuck. I just stopped giving a fuck a long time, I think, before other people did. So like what I'm on is what I'm on. If you like it, that's great. I really could use you, your help, your support, your engagement, certainly your money. But if you don't, that's cool. I don't care. There's nothing you can like say or do to me that's ever gonna stop me from doing what I want or need to do. Like you can kill me or put me in jail. That's about it. Even then, I'm still not gonna cooperate with you. That's just how I am, I guess. I don't know.
It's a gift and a curse.
It is. It's led to a lot of pain in my life.
Right.
It's made my life miserable. There are a lot of times I've been up late night crying, wishing I was fucking dead because of it. I'm not gonna act like, oh yeah, win some, you lose some. Did it my way, baby. Frank Sinatra, no regret. I got nothing but regrets. I've infinite regrets. I fucked so many things up so horrifically, so bad at so many things or whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and be all sanguine like about it or whatever. But it also kind of is what it is because like you realize at a certain point, like this is who I am, man. Like stop beating me up over it. Or you can, but I'm not going to listen to you anymore. You got to leave me alone.
Yeah. Well,
go over there.
Some people would admire and desire to have some of those characteristics because, they worry so much and it's like, I wish I didn't care so much.
But here's the thing though. I worry all the time too. I just worry about different things. Like I worry like, oh my fucking God, is this going to work? Another risk, like another like gambling everything you have, your life, your freedom, your last penny, all your resources, like your reputation. Is this going to hit or not? Like, you know what I mean? And it's not like really an exciting feeling. Like after a while, you're not addicted to the rush. You're just like, well, like what else do I have?
You just actually take those risks.
I just take those risks. Yeah, I always will step up and take those risks habitually.
So eventually that wasn't conducive to getting more clients as an attorney. So
well, no. I actually got a lot of clients off of that. I could have done way more with it. Again, a huge fuck up I did was I didn't recognize, because again, this was like 13, 14. The content era was just starting. But I didn't have the vision to see that I had created like truly viral content. There were people from LA, other Jews hitting me up like, yo, you need to like write a trashy book, let cameras come in your apartment and do reality TV. And like my girl and I were like, fuck no, her for privacy's reasons and me because like, well, I'm trapping. You know what I mean? Like I don't really want people to see, like I wasn't huge then, but I might have like 40 to 100 pounds near at any given point. Like, I don't need people to see this shit. That was incredibly stupid. Had I locked in, I would have been one of the earlier, I may not even be doing anything related to law. I could be doing like food reviews or like videos of dogs by now. People can rebrand. So Icon said, he was like, you threw a fucking party, like the bangerest party of all time. And then you never had a house for anyone to show up to for it. Like everyone just came to a field. Like that was like, again, perfect metaphor.
Fire festival.
Yeah, no, totally fire festival. I mean, like everyone showed up or whatever. I think it was still entertaining. That's another thing. I think I delivered on the entertainment part. But yeah, no, I fucked up. I should have just gone into content hard. I could have been like the first guy in that space. There's so much more I could have been doing right now. I'd have had hundreds of thousands of followers conservatively. 10, 11 years of doing this shit off of that. I should have just immediately left turn, fuck weed, fuck law, LA content. I probably could have stumbled upwards to 5 or 6 mil pretty quickly, enough to live comfortably in a nice mid-century modern ranch in a comfortable neighborhood somewhere in California and never really actually have to do an honest day's work the rest of my life and never worry about going to prison. Could have done that.
Well, let's talk about something you were good at.
Yeah.
You were getting clients off of the commercial, but it was becoming more difficult.
Well, I had a lot of prejudice against me and bias due to the commercial. The legal establishment in my area and the state felt like, it was disrespectful towards the system. So I'd engendered a lot of enmity as well as notoriety. And then the other problem was that I wasn't a great lawyer. like small detail, but I might have been a much better one over time. If I was going to be in a movie, it would be like I was this amazing lawyer and like winning shit left and right. I wasn't terrible. It wasn't like I was like a bum who was like throwing people under the bus or whatever. It's just that That's a really hard job. Guys do that job for 30 or 40 years and they might only get good 15 in. You know, like it takes a long time to get good at something as hard as that.
Yeah, and you started with your own practice right away.
Right away, because the legal economy had collapsed in sync with the national economy in 2008. So we went through law school, and instead of everyone getting jobs, no one got jobs. So a lot of us were stuck from the jump hanging a shingle out, when in reality, people like us never, before we all would have been absorbed in as an apprenticeship model with a small but steady paycheck, would have built it up over time. Instead, I was stuck from literally the day I got my bar card having to move and groove, but I was already selling weed. So